Today I'm coming to you with part 3 of a 4-part series of a recent visit to my favorite coin store where they have a 25-cent foreign coin bin. And this is the biggest haul that I have ever picked up in the 23 years that I've been going to this coin shop. So it's quite an amazing pickup here, nearly 100 coins. We're going to look at 24 coins that are in this bag. Each of these videos cost me $5. The first video had a book value of 20. The second video had a book value of 19. I'm not trying to say that I can go out and sell these for that much money, but it is kind of interesting to track as we go along the way here. So let's pour them out on the table and go through them. We'll take one more quick look at what we're dealing with here. And let's see, we're going to start with New Zealand. So from New Zealand, we have King George VI featured on this coin. It occurred to me that usually the British territories, the king will wear a crown, but not on this one. So I don't know all the rules and when he does and does not. On coins for circulating in Britain, he did not wear a crown, but this one is New Zealand, and the value of this coin is a half of a crown. So we can just take a look here for just a moment and see some of the culture of a mask is kind of worked. It's woven in here. So you see the eyes, the nose, and the mouth here almost inside of heart. So that's kind of a neat thing that was added to this coin. A lot of other cultural symbolism, axes, agriculture, stars, boats, lots of neat things going on here. So this one is from 1949, KM19, has a book value of $2, so we're off to a good start. A lot of the German coins that are 2 marks have feature an individual on them. So there were maybe 6 or 7 different people that were featured, and pretty much all for several years. This one's from 1958. This one features Max Planck, and this is a name that I remember hearing when I was in high school because in, I believe it was chemistry, he developed the Planck constant. And don't remember what that was or what it stands for, but I just remember that this guy came up with it. So he must have lived from 1858 through 1947. And if this coin is 1958, then it celebrates the 100th anniversary of his birth, but this coin lasted for quite a while. Just in foreign exchange value, this would be $1, but has a catalog value of $1.50. So in part 2 of the series, I noted that I actually found some proof coins that were in here. Now it's all scratched up, so it's not going to have the same value of a proof coin still in the mint, but it still has some pretty good eye appeal and luster, but some scratches on it. It's kind of hard to say what a coin like this is going to be worth, but I made it less than what the catalog said. Oddly enough, and as my note on the flip here says, this year the circulating version is rarer than the proof. So in this case, if you had a coin from 1969 of the 1 cent, it would actually be worth more than the proof version. I don't know if there's any differences to them, but this is the design of the 1 cent from Seychelles from 1969. This one is KM14. And I forgot to mention the last coin with Max Planck had a KM number of 116. Here's a coin from France that I have never seen before. Have you ever seen it? This is a coin from World War II where French coins had to be produced by the Allies, since it was it was an Allied occupation issue, and made by the Philadelphia United States Mint. Flip this one over. It is a 2 franc coin from 1944. I feel like I've seen this in the catalog before, but I've never actually seen one in real life. So this one was really happy to find this one. 1944, KM 905. And I wish it was better condition, but still, even in this condition, books for $2. So we've started off with several high value coins compared to what I paid for them. Pretty high value. So we're off to a good start. When you pick up this coin, you're probably supposed to think it looks like a United States half dollar because of the presidential shield that appears in this coin. So when you pick this up, you're probably first going to think this is a JFK half dollar from the United States, but it is not. Of course, at the top it says Republic of Liberia. At the bottom it says $5. So this comes from a time where the country of Liberia, as a way to make money, had licensed their country's name to be used to produce things to sell to Americans. This one is going to be a coin featuring America's third president, Thomas Jefferson, dated 2000, and also features when he was president, 1801 through 1809. This still has a Liberia catalog number of 840 and has a book value of $1.50. This coin has a little bit of luster left, but because it's kind of spotty, makes it a little bit hard to read here, but it says George VI, King, Emperor. This time he is wearing the crown, because at the time he was the Emperor of India. This is a coin with a value of 1/2 of a pice, date of 1939. And on the coins from India, instead of a mint mark with a letter, this one has a simple little dot right here under the 1939, which means it was minted in Bombay. I might have the old catalog on here, but it's KM 526. I think they updated the numbers in a newer catalog. I like coins from San Marino. Anything from San Marino is going to feature the 3 castles. And the coins from San Marino, pretty much every denomination changes every year. So there are so many different designs, but the 10 lira coin from 1974 might be the one that I find the most often. But since you don't see coins from San Marino that often, I still pick it up every time I find it. It has it's going to be an FAO coin, and it has I guess that's some kind of bee or wasp on it. So this one is, I didn't write the CAM number on this one, but from San Marino. Most of the time you see an Arabic coin that has a tree on it. That means it is Lebanon, since they were known for the cedars of Lebanon. This particular coin is a 10 piastres. There is the number 10 in Arabic, a slash and a dot. We flip this one over. It says Republic Lebanese, which is still Lebanon. In Arabic, their 5 looks like our 0, so that looks like 1900, but it's really 1955. This one's in pretty good shape, so it books for $1. This one is KM22. Here's a coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II on an octagon, or I guess a 12-sided coin here. From Belize, 2007, this is a $1 coin. And this one's going to be KM99. So one of the better coins that you can find from Belize. Interesting here with the sailing ship on the waves in the foreground. Here is a coin from Taiwan featuring Chiang Kai-shek. Flip this one over. This is the number 5. This one is their symbol for dollars. So they use the dollar just like a lot of other countries. This coin is going to be from 1970, and the year 1970 isn't on it. Instead, we have a 5, a plus, which means 50, and a 9, so it's year 59, which translates to 1970. So this coin is Y548 in the catalog. Here is a modern 1-cent coin from South Africa, showing a couple of birds on here. These, you don't find them very often because they're so nearly worthless, but again, from about 2000 onward, once they have the new coat of arms on the South Africa coins, the legend changes pretty much every year. This one, it says Isawula, Africa. So Every year makes for a different coin in your catalog. So this one is KM 221. Now let's move to something a lot older. Here we have a 2 ore coin. It has 3 crowns on it. The 3 crowns means Sweden. These are usually found in rough shape because they are over 100 years old. This one is 1915. And when you see Fosterland on here, you almost think Netherlands, but no, it really is Sweden. This one's going to be KM 778. And in this condition, it books for $3. If you had this in uncirculated condition, it would have a catalog value of $60. We have another proof coin. This one may have survived with the fewest scratches on it. This one is from Panama. It's a quarter Balboa. This is the country that makes their coins the same size and metal content as the United States, so it has the same weight and everything. And up and through 1964, they made this coin out of silver, but then after 1964, they made it out of copper nickel, just like they do in America, because they pegged their economy to ours. But this coin was actually produced by the Royal Canadian Mint this specific year. As you can see, KM 11.2A on the quarter Balboa. And that is based like in America, we say the quarter dollar, even though we know it as 25 cents. So let's look at the reverse here. Now, the catalog would say that this coin has a book value of $10, but since it probably has some scratches on it, I'm going to say this one is half of that. I'm going to say this one has a book value of $5, although this one has fewer scratches on it than any of the others. So still think this one's a win to find this. The Arabic coin with 3 palm trees is going to be from Iraq. Now, unfortunately, this one has a little bit of damage on it. You can kind of see where there's a little bit of greenish color to it. I think what happened is, and I've seen this happen before, if you took a coin and taped it down to something for a long time, the adhesive of the tape tarnishes the coin a little bit and makes it turn green. So portions of the coin will change colors, and then you'll have other areas that did not change colors, which is another sign that it was taped down for a little bit. But when we flip this one over, this one may have been in one of those flips that causes a reaction in some spots. Those the clear flips that have a little bit of that have PVC in them will cause reactions to some coins. It would be really bad if your nice silver coin was ruined. So this one turns out to be a 100 Phil's coin from 1972 and a catalog number of KM 129. We started the video with a coin of King George VI. This time we have Queen Elizabeth II, and that's all it says on this side. But it is also, like that first coin, a half crown from New Zealand, this one from the year 1963. Otherwise, this side has almost an identical design to the other one that we saw to start the video. This one's going to be KM 29.2 and has a book value of $1.50. Moving on to a different emperor, here we have George V. Rex is king in Latin. And the word for emperor, which here looks like you pronounce that imperator, another beveled edge coin, I suppose. Flip this one over. It is a half a piastre from Cyprus from 1934. This coin was a 1-year coin and KM 20. This coin in this condition books for $2.50 because it's not that common. Here we have another French coin that you may not have seen all that often. It says République Française on this side. 1 cent has an A for Paris mint mark, has a hole in the center, but this one wasn't intended for use in France. Instead, it was a coin for French Indochina. So that would be places like Vietnam and Cambodia. before or in the early 1900s, maybe the late 1800s. So this one, of course, is dated 1920. KM 12.1. And this one's in pretty nice shape compared to the way you normally find it. So this one has a book value of $5. May have been cleaned. I feel like I see some scratches, vertical scratches on it. That would, of course, take down the value. I'm not really good at telling what's been cleaned and what hasn't. We've seen a couple of pre-decimal New Zealand coins. Now for a newer New Zealand coin. This one dated 1990 with Queen Elizabeth on it. This one is the $1 and features the kiwi bird, so that's kind of a neat look to it. This one is KM78 and books in the catalog for $1 US. Thailand has a lot of circulating commemorative coins. They issue a new one pretty much one every year. This one is a 1 baht coin. This is their one, this little squirrely symbol or swirly symbol right here. So one of the few cultures where the symbol for one is not just a slash or just a straight line. But this one is from 1996 and has a catalog number of Y330. And I'm just going from memory here. I think this celebrates either the birthday or the tenure of King Rama the Ninth. I think I should have written this down, but I think that's either celebrates his birthday or how long he had reigned, 30, 40, 50 years, something along those lines with this coin. Oftentimes you'll see coins from Nicaragua with this triangle, and it has the 5 mountains on it, and then it has the cap and rays coming from it above the mountains. So the Republic of Nicaragua of Central America. I believe their denomination is the Cordoba, but this one is a half of that. So it's a 50 centavos of a Cordoba. 1994 shows a peace dove flying over the outline of the shape of Nicaragua within the background. KM 83. In 2008, Canada held the Winter Olympics, I believe it was in Vancouver. So for years leading up to that, they would issue coins featuring different sports. So this coin in 2007 features ice hockey, so one of the more popular sports in Canada. And I was wrong about the year of the Olympics. It was actually 2010 that year. So for 3 years leading up to that, they made coins like this. So this ice hockey coin is KM 683. Our next coin with the British monarch, we have George the Sixth, featured again with his crown again. This time it has all of the abbreviated Latin that runs across the bottom. This one is going to represent British West Africa and is a 3p coin from 1940. So it's not made out of silver and it's not made out of brass like the British 3-point coin, 3p coin when they stopped using silver. So this one is going to have a very tiny H mint mark right here, meaning it was made by the Heaton Mint. KM 21, and in this condition books for $2.50. Here we have a coin from Luxembourg. This one's going to be a 5-franc coin, and the Grand Duchy de Luxembourg. We flip this one over, and it features the ruler Charlotte, Grand Duchess of Luxembourg, 1962. This one's going to be KM 51. Our final coin in this video is another one that still has some original mint luster from an area controlled by the British. It, instead of having her portrait, it just says Queen Elizabeth II, and then does have her crown there at the top, and then 1 half penny surrounding the hole, and then it does have some Arabic that goes below it. So do you recognize what country this is from? It is going to be the Federation of Nigeria from 1959. This is going to be the first coin that they ever produced, so it's KM1. So that's everything for this video, and let's see, how are we doing money-wise? Well, this one had a couple of coins that were worth a little bit more than what you normally find in a 25-cent bin. There were several coins that had a book value of $1. First video had a value of 20. Our second video with all the Chinese coins had a value of 19. This one had a value of 35. So you add all that up, and we've got a $74 value out of a $20 purchase from the coin shop. So we are looking really nice here. And we still have one video to go. So stay tuned, and I'll post that video in a couple more days. Thanks for watching. Bye.